I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Peddling Fiction Podcast. I am your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita. And back with me for our only episode this week, due to the holiday on July 4th, is Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. What's up over there?
Oh, nothing too much.
What do you got planned for the 4th?
I don't know. Stephanie wanted to go do some stuff. I know there's like a little lake here close by that a lot of people go boating and stuff, and we've got kayaks and we got a couple kayaks towards the end of the summer last year, and then didn't get a chance to take them out. So I think we might go kayaking and hang out at the lake over here on Friday, and then my kids are coming back on Saturday, and so we're gonna go do some stuff. So it should be an eventful weekend. Nothing big though.
I always like the 4th. It's a good holiday. I like those holidays where you're just drinking and barbecuing.
That's been our weekends this summer anyway. Like every weekend we pretty much just like sit up right out here outside of the garage here. I've got my big grill, and we've got a little patio that we cleaned off and set up as a nice little like outdoor hangout spot, and it's underneath the shade of a big ass tree. And so that's pretty much what we've been doing all summer anyway, is just hanging out right out here and grilling and chilling.
Good times. Well,
I do have some really good news. My house is sold, closing on Monday. We were going to close tomorrow, but the dude needed a couple more days to get all of his money together for his down payment at closing, which the dude's putting like 20% down. It's fucking nuts. That's a lot of cash. So I was like, yeah, if we need to push it out a day or two to let him get everything situated, I'm not going to be upset about that.
Well, that's good. He doesn't have to worry about the PMI charges. And chances are, if he's got the cash, the deal's not going to fall through. So that's good.
Yep. So everything's good. Thank God.
All right.
I need to be done with this fucking house.
And speaking of deals not falling through or maybe falling through, the fucking big beautiful bill passes the goddamn Senate. Yeah, go ahead and roll this.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed. On this.
So, yeah, a tiebreaker goes to J.D. Vance. This was, I suppose, expected, but man, what a bunch of fucking pussies we have in government, dude. That's all I can say.
Well,
the Republicans are such pussies.
Well, and like the show title, Lisa Murkowski, or Enemy of the State, Lisa Murkowski, she ended up being the deciding vote that, well, if that's the right way to put it, she ended up being the tying vote that put it at 50-50, with left it in J.D. Vance's hands. And man, people on both sides of the aisle are just going after Lisa Murkowski because she got them to put in some, I don't know how to, some like sweet deals for Alaska that don't apply to anybody else, and in the process kind of sold out some other parts of the deal, or some other parts of the bill that would have been beneficial in the eyes of the right. So the left now hates Lisa Murkowski because all of these people are going to lose their health care and all of this other dumb shit that doesn't actually apply and won't actually happen just because she voted for the Trump bill. And then people on the moderate, reasonable right hate Lisa Murkowski because she sold out and voted in favor of this bill that is abysmal and allowed it to pass. So she's managed to earn the ire of pretty much everybody just overnight. This was and then Rand Paul had some comments about her, and she was questioned about that. This is pretty funny.
Senator Paul said that that your vote was a bailout for Alaska at the expense of the rest of the country.
Oh my God.
That's what Senator Paul said.
Senator, we've got the.
I didn't say it, ma'am. I'm just asking for your response.
My response is I have an obligation to the people of the state of Alaska. And I live up to that every single day. I fight for my state's interests, and I make sure that Alaskans are understood.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really, at this point, can you really blame these people for playing politics with, you have all the leverage. You might as well, apply it and get what you can. I don't know, dude. If we had more than 2 fucking people with a spine in government and the correct views, a spine, and principles, I guess we wouldn't be in this situation. But yeah, Rand Paul, Thomas Massey, and then who else in the Senate was it Collins or something?
Suzanne Collins, maybe.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think she was the other holdout. In the Senate, there were 3, right? So it was, but I mean, there's really only 2 people, Rand Paul and Thomas Massey, who I think deserve to be there. And of course, Donald Trump's been going after Massey like fucking crazy.
Tom Tillis was the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, dude, this thing is. I've been listening to so many fucking Trump supporters over the last day or two, just being like, we have to get this bill passed because this is the Trump agenda, and we won't be able to deport people. And yes, the debt is a problem, but we'll deal with that later. We can't, if we want to win the fucking midterms and we want to get this, we want to have the ability to deport people, we got to get this bill passed. And I'm just, dude, if I had a fucking $1 for every time I've heard that we'll deal with the debt later, we wouldn't have any. I could pay a national debt off myself. Such bullshit, dude. It's never gonna happen. And it's the biggest it is the biggest problem. Elon Musk is right about this. We are fucked. Absolutely fucked. And if you let it go any longer, you're just gonna be more fucked, and it's gonna be harder and harder to deal with it. They scream to high heavens every time you try to cut something. The Doge cuts, that was nothing. These Medicare and Medicaid cuts that they're complaining about aren't actual cuts, and they won't materialize. And it's all just bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Well, speaking of cuts and Thomas Massey, he has some thoughts on that issue.
It's the same plot every fiscal year. What should we be doing? It's already been discussed. We should have done 12 separate bills. We should have done 12 separate bills. But again, whether Democrats are in control or Republicans are in control, we never do the 12 separate bills. Why do we always spend at least as much as we did last year, and why do we never cut spending? It's because Democrats want to grow the welfare state and Republicans want to grow the military industrial complex. And we're eventually going to get together and they're both going to go up. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Every single time. And then you have the Republicans being like, well, you know, we can't worry about the debt right now because there's all this other stuff in the bill that's important. Well, why is all that shit in there? Why do they get to do this? It's like, make them 12 separate fucking bills. I don't even understand how that's not a fucking rule to begin with.
Right.
You just cram all kinds of unrelated shit into these bills. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this idea that like this, just because it's like Trump's agenda or something that makes it big and beautiful and great. No.
Is it Massey or who was it that has on multiple occasions proposed a bill that requires that a bill be exactly what the bill is? Like, it doesn't get other random bullshit crammed into it. It has to be what it states that it is. This is what we're voting for. No riders, no add-ons, no bullshit. We vote on what we're actually talking about in each bill, and not like extra bullshit that's added onto it.
Yeah, it might have. I mean, easily could have been him. I know Rand Paul had the Read the Bill Act a long time ago. That didn't pass.
Just requiring that it be read.
Yeah.
Couldn't pass that.
No, because if you do that, then you can't have these fucking 5,000 page monstrosities that nobody can or even wants to read. It's all just so goddamn ridiculous, dude. I can't fucking believe that this is the way you run the biggest country in the world, and that people put so much faith in these institutions.
Well, like the problem with the Big Beautiful Bill is they're voting on something that they admit is bad and fucked up, and they don't have a plan to fix it. So, like what the Senate did was they took a bad bill from the House and then they made some tweaks to it, and then they voted on it, admitting that it's still bad and they don't know what's wrong with it. But now they're going to kick it back to the House in hopes that the House will fix the remaining fuck-ups, except that the House fucked it up to begin with before they ever sent it to the Senate. And now the Senate has passed it and sending it back to the House to fix the fuck-ups, but there seems to be no will from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, to actually do anything to change any of the fuck-ups in it. So it could very well pass exactly as is, and then we just get this fucked up big beautiful bill that adds, what is it, 1.4 trillion to our deficit spending just like immediately. Yeah, because we're already 37 trillion in debt. What's another 1.4?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you're never going to deal with it, then yeah, fuck it. Just spend it all. Just put it all in there right now. This idea that we're going to deal with this after the midterms or so, this is just that this bill is going to save the economy, which is going to save the midterms for the Republicans, is ridiculous. We just got the jobs. We just got the ADP report out today. Lost 33,000 jobs. The estimate was plus 98. Markets up. Markets are up today. Dow's down. Everything else is up. Yeah, S&P futures are threatening to make a new all-time high at the close today. And the economy is teetering on the brink of disaster. This bill, the dollar's just been getting crushed, dude. It's lost 11% of its value since the beginning of this year. The dollar's getting absolutely fucking hammered. Gold's near all-time highs. Silver's breaking out. the midterms are going to be the economy is going to be a disaster. The midterm, and just because you pass this bill that I don't know what it's supposed to do really. What's so big and beautiful about it? It gives a bunch of money to ICE to enforce the fucking immigration. It keeps the tax cuts, right? The Trump tax cuts. That's the biggest thing for the economy, right? But if you're going to keep those tax cuts and you're going to increase spending by a shit ton, you're going to destroy the dollar even farther and increase the debt. And I mean, our biggest expense now is the debt. We're spending over $1 trillion a year on interest. Over $1 trillion just on the interest on the debt. And they're going to add $4 trillion to it basically immediately. The Fed's not cutting rates. I think they're not cutting rates because they're afraid that if they cut rates won't actually go down in the marketplace. I don't think they can control the long end of the curve anymore. And this is an unmitigated disaster. And the fact that this bill is going to pass, well, Thomas Massey says he might have the votes to stop it in the House.
And say, last I checked, there were potentially 12 Republicans who were not willing to vote for it. So from Zero Hedge, not so fast. Massey announces he has enough votes to block one big beautiful bill in the House. Major divisions within the House threatened to derail the big beautiful bill, with Speaker Mike Johnson struggling to overcome resistance by fiscal conservatives.
Yeah, hang on, Mago. But he canceled all the tariffs. He paused them for 90 days. And those 90 days are almost up, aren't they? I think he's gonna have a decision to make here pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if the tariffs themselves will cause a recession, but they will. He certainly fucking panicked on them, and the markets didn't like it. I mean, there was a 30% correction in a couple of days. So I don't know. I just don't think I don't think this bill is going to be the savior of the economy that that Trump supporters are hoping it's going to be. But anyway, yeah, sorry. Back to the Massey thing. Unbelievable. Yep. Closing on the highs of the day. Let's go. Let's go. Nothing can stop this market. Nothing can stop this market. Rallying into the close. All right. So close these charts. But yeah, I mean, I think this is eventually going to pass. I mean, there's just so much I don't even know how to put it, but there's just, I don't think Massey has the clout to get these people. They'll hold out until some deals are made and they get some more shit for their state. Right.
They will get some caveats to be made. They will get some deals to be worked out, some things added that benefit them or that benefit their state, or maybe even some things that that people actually want in this bill. Some of the stuff they got, like illegals having access to Medicaid, and there's other stuff in there. Like maybe they'll work some of that stuff out and get it. Like Massey's not going to vote for this. And I agree with that. But they are going to get, of those 12 plus holdouts, they're going to get enough of them to vote for it to pass it. And they'll make some concessions to help them out. It's not going to fix anything. Like, it's still going to be a horribly broken bill that adds trillions to our debt, and it's not going to accomplish any of the things that we want it to accomplish. A lot of people are going to be disappointed in it, especially the fiscally conservative right. They're going to be really disappointed in it. The ones who are just like completely Trump cult, Trump said it, so that's what it is. Don't have an independent thought in their head. They'll love it. Democrats would hate it even if it was the perfect bill. So like they don't matter. It's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, I know he was trying to get it passed by July 4th, but I don't know if that'll happen. But eventually all these spineless pussy politicians are going to capitulate. That's what they do. I mean, they love to pass these big, beautiful bills. And I mean, according to the theory, which I don't agree with, but it's like, oh, your signature legislate, like this is his thing. He's not going to not let it pass. Like he's going to do whatever it takes to get this passed. Yeah. So, but to Magoo's point, dude, a couple million, dude, I think they've only deported like a few 100,000 people this year.
Oh, dude, did you see the thing about the ICE plane that was supposed to be going somewhere? And they said it never arrived. Like where the ICE plane was supposed to be going said it never arrived. But then the plane came back empty, like nobody on it. And then like a week later, like shackled bodies started washing up on the coast of some island that's like along the path of where they were supposed to be going. Oopsie.
Well, I know he's setting up the alligator Alcatraz to house all these people while we're trying to figure out what the hell to do with them, I guess. But yeah, I mean, even the one thing that has been going great is the fact that they're not coming across the border by the fucking tens of millions anymore. Yeah, go ahead and roll this. So this is on like an old airstrip or something in the middle of the Everglades. It's surrounded by alligators and pythons, apparently. So how many does this say how many it's going to hold?
I didn't see. It's crazy how they're all like mad about this. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a prison. Like, yeah, they're criminals. They're here illegally. That's how it works.
Yes. Should we put them up at the Four Seasons? Would you like
mean,
to foot that bill?
Just a couple years ago, these were just holding facilities, you know.
How you like that? You gonna like that?
Yes, it always depends on who's doing it.
Yeah, well, it was kids in cages, but then, like who built the cages? Who built the cages? Oh yeah, it was the Obama administration. Not only was it the Obama administration, it was Alejandro Mayorkas, who was Biden's head of that. So like, oh, what? Who built the cages? Kids in cages. Guess where the cages came from? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, there's just, it just seems so hard to get anything actually done, which is why I do like this idea of putting something up like, yep, like this is where you're going to be. It's not exactly comfortable. You're not going to be escaping. Doesn't sound like. And so, yeah, maybe you should go back. Maybe you should go back to where you came from, because at the rate we're going, maybe we get like 1 million people deported in Trump's presidency. I think we've done about 200,000 this year, according to estimates so far. Year's half over.
Oh, here it is. I found the picture of it. This is pretty impressive. That's badass.
The croc. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking, it's a good idea, and I like the intimidation. I want to intimidate people into just getting the fuck out. Go back home. You don't want to be there. Certainly don't want to be there.
Here's
So
$1,000 on a one-way ticket. Deport yourself.
that's the only way we're gonna put a dent in this at all, dude. At all. I mean, remember they were estimating that like 11 million came over, 10 million came over during Biden's presidency, right? Something like that. It's like, and so with all of the, with the big beautiful bill and Trump, all the momentum behind Trump for, enforcing immigration, the 200,000 in 6 months, that's it. That's it. And they're throwing up fucking roadblocks. You got all these judges, roadblocks left and right. It's going to be very hard to put a dent in that fucking 10 million.
Well,
plus there's already like fucking 40 million here before.
At least with the judges, I think we talked about it on Friday. The Supreme Court decision that prohibits federal judges from issuing just a blanket stay on stuff. Like they can't issue a nationwide stay on an executive order. So now that kind of takes some of the cuts through some of the red tape and is like, hey, you don't have to worry about these judges saying you can't do this across the board. Like, okay, this federal judge says you can't do it. Well, that only applies to their court. So whatever their district is, just then you can fight it there, but go do it everywhere else. In fact, do it in all of the red districts that have conservative federal judges that aren't going to fight it. Like, this is easy. Go. And that's where those are the places that voted for it and want it the most anyway. Like, that's an easy popularity boost.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have much to show for it when all is said and done. Like if you listen to the press and what's going on with the protests? Are they still happening?
They're always happening.
Protests. They're still going on.
I don't know. They're always protesting something, and
I feel like after a couple of people got run over by cars, that really put a damper on things. But like, they're making it seem like, oh, mass deportations, and it's like, I don't know, a couple 100,000 in 6 months. That's not like fucking. I mean, that's a lot, but not compared to what came over in just the last couple of years, and not compared to. I mean, nobody even knows what the number is. Nobody knows what the number is, but I remember they were saying like, 12, 20 million illegals like 10, 15 years ago. And they just stuck with that number for the last decade. I'm sure it's double, triple, whatever they're telling us. And if the Biden administration was admitting to fucking 10 million coming across, it was probably more than that. So there's a shit ton of illegal immigrants. And it just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't, it's just so hard to get anything productive done. It's really easy to get the worst things fucking passed. It's really easy to just rubber stamp some more weapons to Ukraine, more money for the fucking industrial, military industrial complex, more fucking money for education and the welfare state. But it's impossible to get anything productive done. It's impossible to get anything cut. We've learned that. Have you seen this feud that's been going on with Elon again? It's back on.
No.
Yeah, Elon came out saying he was gonna like fucking primary anybody that voted for this bill. And then some reporters were asking Trump, I think before he was getting on a helicopter or something, if he would deport Elon, and he said we'd look into it, which he always says shit like that. He basically it's the same old thing. He's like, oh, Elon's pissed because I'm killing the EV mandate. And I don't know. Elon's 100% fucking right, in my opinion. And they should all get fucking primaried for being a bunch of fucking pussies, but they won't. I don't think he's got money. I don't know if he's got that kind of money to primary basically every Republican. But
Trump said, they're gonna primary Massey. Did you see the statistic or the chart that showed like the last 3 times Massey has been primaried? So this most recent one, AIPAC dumped like $4 million into trying to primary Massey and just got their ass handed to them massively. Not the last time he was up for re-election before that, but the one before that, Trump endorsed an opponent, and Massey won by the largest margin he ever has won by. So, like, y'all need to stop. Like, this is you're just wasting time and money.
it is a really dumb battle to pick, in my opinion.
And Elon Musk said that he was going to throw in and like put money towards Thomas Massey's re-election campaign. So, like,
yeah, I don't know why Trump is just so upset with Massey.
Massey's campaign funding has historically been 100% just donations from people in the state. Like, he doesn't get big endorsement deals or stuff like that because he doesn't represent anybody, and he doesn't represent anybody other than the people of Kentucky. Like, he does more to piss all of those people off than anything, and so nobody gives him money except for people that just donate to him.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, Donald Trump says he can take him down, but yeah, to your point, he didn't do great the last time he was endorsing people for the midterms. And I don't know, dude. Thomas Massey, I think, I just don't. I don't know. It's hard for me because I really like Massey. I don't know if I just have blinders on. I couldn't imagine him, like, anybody fucking taking him out in a primary, regardless of how much money you throw at it, because the people that support him are principled. I don't think you're going to get a bunch of people to flip on him. But what's Magoo saying now? Yeah, I just don't understand, like, the vitriol with what, like, he attacks Massey with. It's just like, yo, dude, just Massey's gonna do what he does, and it's not really gonna matter. You still get you're still gonna get your bill. But it just goes to show you that, yeah, dude, Trump doesn't really care. Like, he's not like, he's Trump first. He's not America first. It's like, if the bill is good for him, right? It's politically good for him because he gets to point to this is the legislation I did. Yeah, sure, it fucks us down the line. That's all he cares about. It's what every politician always cares about. It's like, what's politically expedient. That's why this system never works, because everybody's short-sighted, and I just got to get to the midterms, and then I just got to get to the next election, and you do whatever you got to do to get through that, and then, you dump this big pile of shit in the lap of the next guy that steps in, and he does the exact same thing. I just got to make it to the midterm. I just got to make it to the next election, and it just keeps going on and on and on, and all of a sudden you look up, you're $37 trillion in debt, and you got nothing to show for it. Nothing. A couple 100,000 deportations. I mean, it's better than nothing. And at least they stopped them from coming over, it sounds like. But, man, yeah, I don't know. This is just depressing to me. This is, it just goes to show you how, like, you always just get the worst, like, promises from people. They break the good promises. They keep the bad ones. I mean, I never had any delusions that Trump was like going to cut a lot of government spending or anything like that. But I don't know. There was at the beginning of this year some momentum to kind of try to put us onto a trajectory that would change course a little bit. And this isn't it. The big beautiful bill is not it. And yeah, the tariffs aren't going to do it. Yeah, they did take in whatever, a lot of money from the tariffs, but they're not nearly what he said they were going to be. I heard go ahead.
I would say, speaking of the tariffs, like you said, had the 90-day moratorium on those, and there have been a lot of negotiations and work being done with China on the tariff side. China's also experiencing a lot of internal unsettlement and pressure to make some of these deals. China has massive economic problems intra-country. Like China's economic situation for China is pretty shitty. Like they're doing good with what their international trade and stuff, but like China at home is in a bad shape, and China's infrastructure is in a bad shape. Like they've got a lot of internal problems, and so there's currently a lot of internal pressure to get some deals done on some of this stuff and keep things moving in the right direction, because China can't afford to have to pay more in tariffs or have any of this stuff. Like they can't afford to get into a trade war. They have too many internal economic issues to fight a trade war with the U.S. and as the tariff threats from Trump showed, it wasn't just a trade war with the U.S. Like a lot of other countries were going to back the U.S. on this stuff, going after China over this trade deficit stuff. So like China can't economically afford to get into a trade war with the whole world. So there's pressure internally to get deals done. And then on the other side of that, Trump basically said, like, fuck you to Canada. Like the Canadians are being gay Canadians like always. And Trump basically said, nah, we're not going to be doing any deals. Like you can get fucked. So.
Well, and you know what I was just thinking about? I don't know why this popped in. I guess because I was thinking about like how we're generating income as a country. How many of those the Trump gold cards did he sell? The $5 million things. Do we know? Should I ask Rock? Let's find that out. Because that could be a nice chunk of change. I mean, he's finding ways to bring in some cash, but again, it just revenue is not the issue, dude. It's the spending.
Shows that they've had 70,000 applicants for the Trump gold card.
Okay.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. So that's 5 million times 70,000.
It's a big chunk of change.
Yeah. 7 times 5 is 35. Add a bunch of zeros. So I can't believe anybody.
Yeah, 350 billion.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but they're gonna piss that away in like a couple of months. The spending is just like completely out of control.
Speaking of making money, Trump is going to be getting where'd I do with it? Damn it. 16 million from Paramount over the over the tampering with
interview. Yeah.
Tampering with the interview footage. So Trump won this ruling a couple days ago, and it was originally projected that it could be up to 30 million that they would have to pay him, and I guess they ended up settling on 16 million. So, and this will go towards Trump's presidential library, is what I was reading somewhere. But here's the footage that was edited for anybody who forgot about this.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
And that's just one example of a number of different.
Yeah, that was like they interviewed her for like an hour and a half or something and put out like 18 minutes or something like that. Like they edited quite a bit. And they got, so I think in the lawsuit, they got them to say like they will not, they'll release like the full transcripts of any interview they do with a presidential candidate.
I think it was supposed to be an hour-long interview. They only got like 40 minutes out of it. And then of the 40, only 18 minutes of it actually made it to air.
That sounds more accurate. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's wild. I mean, we've been going for 40 minutes right now.
And
Like,
neither
it's
of
not
us
that hard to talk.
And neither of us have sounded nearly that retarded.
No, maybe close, but no. Yeah. So yeah, they settled for 16 million. They should put that toward the national debt. Put that toward the national debt and watch it fucking evaporate. It's like, it was just so goddamn funny, man. I think the initial lawsuit was for like $1 billion or something, like some crazy Trump number that he just threw out there, and then they settled for 30 and then 16. But yeah, dude, he's just Teflon Don, man. He wins a lot of these lawsuits, and yeah, rightfully. I mean, like, dude, they refuse to release the transcript, and that they would have never edited something like that on Trump's behalf. We'll put it that way. So, anyway, I don't even know how much that's going to matter going forward in presidential elections, because who really gives a shit about fucking 60 Minutes and all these like TV interviews that are always highly edited? Just do the long form. You do the Rogan, you do the fucking Theo Von, and whatever. I
think that should have been the lesson from this last election, was like Trump went and did podcasts, did the long form, sit down, have conversations with people. Kamala Harris largely avoided anything that was a real interaction with other human beings. And in the rare occasion when she did have one, she came across like a dipshit. Like, people are moving away from traditional media more and more and more all the time. It's why they keep firing people. It's why every single news station, or these big multimedia conglomerates, they're just firing people left and right. Every 6 months, they're laying off more and more people because they're constantly losing the battle to keep ears and eyeballs on them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The people that watch cable news are, I don't know, just boomers now. They're like mid to late 70s. Like, they're not gonna be around much longer. It's a dying model. It's a shitty model for discussing complicated things. So yeah, we've been watching this thing die for the last couple of years, kind of slowly, but it does seem to feel like it's accelerating a little bit. And the Trump presidency might have kind of been the final nail in the coffin for those guys. But Magoo is hopeful. Oh man, dude, they're gonna pull the rug out from under you, Magoo. Look what they've already done. Look what they've already done to Doge. Anyway, big beautiful bill is gonna pass, I think, and that's gonna be a disaster, just like all these bills are. But yeah, you'll get your tax cuts. Trump tax cuts will get extended. But, the spending is the real tax, like Ron Paul always said. So take those tax cuts and do something to protect your purchasing power, because sitting in cash, I don't think is going to cut it going forward. What are you going to do with all those housing proceeds?
I don't know. Probably pay off everything. Just pay off everything, and then I don't have any bills really, except for just the monthly like maintenance type bills. So
yeah, getting out of debt.
I'm boring. I'm old and boring. Like at this point, I'm like 3 to 4 years. I'm trying to be semi-retired, living on a farm, farming with my brother, and fucking off and doing nothing else. So anything I can do to expedite that and get like every single bill that I have completely paid off and not have to deal with any of that, that pushes me a whole lot closer to fucking off on the farm for the rest of my life. Semi-retired in my mid-40s and fucking off on the farm until I die sounds pretty damn nice.
You're not going to make one stupid hillbilly purchase. You got to get something.
Let's see. I've already got a boat. I got a truck. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to buy. I just got a brand new lawnmower because I killed my old one, and my wife loves me, and so she bought me a lawnmower for Father's Day. And I don't know. I can't think of anything that I like need. Oh, fuck. I do know what I need. I need a skid steer. I need a skid loader.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, what?
A skid steer? What does that do? What do you use it for? What are you steering? Steering a skid?
Here you go. I can't believe you don't know what a skid steer is.
Maybe I do. Show me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what that is.
Shit, $41,000. That ain't bad.
Yeah, if you had said Bobcat, I would have known. Bobcat. 41K for that?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if that's a good price or not. Seems a little cheap. Seems a little cheap for the first part of your killdozer.
You can get like a miniature one for like anywhere from 10 to 15 grand, but it's like the little ones that you stand on the back of. And if I'm gonna have one of those, I want something I can fucking sit down in and like get in the cab, turn on the radio, and then just like go fuck shit up.
Yeah. Well, the prices of everything are just out of control. Absolutely out of control. I hadn't been in the U.S. in 6 months. It's like, holy shit. Yep. And, well, even here, I mean, the peso's been fucking strengthening against the dollar. It's 18 something now. It started out the year at 21, just over 21. Yeah, I've been looking into do a jet ski purchase, and they're fucking just stupid expensive here. Stupid fucking expensive. You get 2 jet skis or one of those fucking Bobcats. 2 used jet skis. 2 used jet skis are like one of those Bobcats.
Ooh, I can get a John Deere one for under 20,000. That's
crazy. That would be, yeah, that's like a new shitty jet ski here. It's just like a fucking.
My
insane.
wife might actually kill me if I came home with a fucking skid loader.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
Oh, I don't know. Everything, anything. First, I need to level up our yard, and there's some stuff that needs to be taken care of, like legitimate things that I need to do. That I could probably just rent one for the afternoon and get it taken care of, but it seems a lot more fun to buy one. I mean, I don't know. What couldn't I do? This might be the door that opens to a whole new world of things that I never knew I needed to do that now I can.
Okay. Oh man. Well, what else we got? Is that it?
Oh, there was a bunch of stuff about our favorite commie running for mayor of New York. But first, I do have a question for you. Before we get to that, what have you had to eat today, Johnny? What have you had to eat?
I had a protein bar.
Oh, well.
Very still. I'm working right now. This. Ouch! Oh, I'm sorry. Did my pen get in the way of your ass? Do me a favor and lose 5 pounds immediately or get out of my building like now!
You've had a lot less than this chick.
Nice. Good
What I
old-fashioned
say as a Betty. Good morning, Betty. Creamer.
We're starting out the day with a cupcake. Got some lollipop. Got these from Costco. We're gonna drink grape. Ah, there's a ladybug. Delicious. Lunchtime. Protein style. Mm-hmm.
This is fucking disgusting. What is that?
Some sort of a muck cup. I don't know. What is
A donut for the road trip.
Like a cinnamon roll burger or something?
donut?
Blueberry cream cheese muffin. It's moist. Gas station dinner per corn dog. So dry.
This is fucking disgusting. What? Oh my god, these fat fucks. These absolute fat fucks.
I really like the video of that one chick that shows all the clips of the fat people doing shit like that, and then she goes, "She's dead, also dead." Yep, that one died. That's my favorite internet video.
You know, I got super bored like a week ago, and I watched a couple of episodes of 1,000 Pound Sisters on Amazon Prime. And it was just like, dude, it was probably the fattest chick I've ever seen. One sister weighed like 600 pounds. And they were trying to lose enough weight to prove that they could control themselves if they were to get the gastric bypass surgery. So the one that only weighed like 380 or something had to lose 25 pounds. Or maybe she weighed 400. She had to get down to like 375 or something. And then the fatter sister had to lose 50 pounds. She had to get down from like 608 to fucking, I don't know, 5 something. Not a tall order, and just couldn't do it. I got so tired of watching them fucking. He's like, okay, try to take like 50 steps. Like this chick could barely fucking walk. Try to take like 50 steps a day, and only drink, instead of drinking like 15 of those fucking cream soda things, have one a day. And then the first day she's like, well, if I can only have one soda a day, it's going to be a fucking 40-ounce thing. It's like, yeah, no, that's like 6 of them. That's not what he meant. And just watching these fat fucking slob retards complain about being in pain, all of that. It's like, yeah. And then they go back for a checkup, and it's like, she gained like fucking 40 pounds. At one point, she lost like 25, and she was like really close to her weight, and then COVID hit or something, and then she gained it all back plus 40. And he's like, well, have you been doing what I asked you to do? She's like, no. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're just a fat, lazy piece of shit. How could you? Her entire day was just eating. That's what she does. She eats and she films it. No wonder you weigh 300 pounds.
I remember when The Biggest Loser first came out, and like, I would watch it, and it was entertaining. I really liked watching because they had, trainers that were working with these people, helping them get their diet right and learn to exercise and stuff. And it's like, and also, understanding how diet and exercise works. And like, you're going to have some big losses really quick, and then you're going to plateau. And then like watching the way that they would just get like so depressed. It's like, oh my gosh, I stopped losing weight. It's like, yeah, that's how this works. Like, your trainer has been telling you this for the last 3 fucking weeks, and like it was just like nuts. And then they would do follow-ups, and some of them would actually like stick to it and stay healthy, and others would go back to being morbidly obese and like fall off the wagon. There was one dude that it was interesting, like he got on there because he realized he had gotten way too fat, and he just wanted to get down to a manageable weight so that he could like bulk up and do more like bodybuilding type stuff and be fit. Like, he didn't want to get skinny. He just wanted to not be a lard ass. And so like when he hit his goal weight of what he wanted to do, he kind of just stopped, and he stopped trying to lose more weight and started just doing more like maintenance type stuff. And he ended up getting kicked off the show. Like, obviously he was never going to win, but he did what he aimed to do. And they did like the follow up with him, check back with him 6 or 8 months or whatever. And dude was just like fucking yoked. Like he figured out what he wanted to do, and he just needed that like jump start to get him going. But yeah, a lot of times, man, like they can't do it. It
was amazing. Yeah, just watching him fucking relapse like a goddamn drug addict.
I think it's mental more than anything. Like they have some minor thing that goes wrong in life, and then all of a sudden they gain 600 pounds. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Like I have some minor thing go wrong in life, and then like I don't know, I'll work out more. I'd like find better ways to channel your bullshit.
And imagine dropping 50 pounds. And like, first of all, you couldn't even tell. I did watch The Biggest Loser a few times too, because I just like to guess their weight when they were getting on the scale. I was pretty good at it. But like, wouldn't it feel fucking great to just put down like a fucking 50-pound sack and not have to carry that ever again? And to just put that back on to like eating just like not even like good stuff. Like they're just garbage, like complete garbage. It'd be one thing if like you had all this money, you're eating like Michelin star meals over and over again because the food was so delicious, but you're just eating like fucking cupcakes and fucking drinking 13 Cokes a day. Like what? I don't know. But yeah, it is. It was very frustrating to watch them do basically nothing. One sister actually lost the 25 pounds, dude, from 400. Okay. And then got the surgery. And then, yeah, she dropped like another like 100 pounds after that or something, 150 pounds. So she lost like some weight, but she was still fucking like enormous. She's still 260 or whatever after all of this. And,
I had a friend in high school that there were a couple of them that I went to school with that ended up going on this like, body positivity kick thing and just became morbidly obese. And one of them decided to get healthy. Like she realized this is not good for me. I need to get my shit under control. She ended up being on one of those, we were talking about 1,000-Pound Sisters and Biggest Loser. She ended up being on one of the like Bridezilla shows where like, but she lost like 250 pounds or something and got herself in decent shape. And then she ends up being on the Bridezilla show. But the other chick that she was, that like the two of them did the whole body positivity thing and just got as fat as they fucking could. The other chick stopped talking to her when she decided to like, when she realized that this was not a healthy lifestyle and she needed to get her shit together and started losing weight. The other fatty just stopped talking to her entirely. Like wouldn't have anything to do with her. It's like, what the fuck? Like you would think, what happened to the body positivity thing? Like you were happy if she was in it with you to gain as much weight as possible. But as soon as she realizes that this isn't healthy and wants to do something to better herself, now you don't want anything to do with her. So yes.
Yeah. Now you got a constant reminder of your inadequacy and how fat and disgusting you are. I mean, dude, they were to move this chick around. They had to like take the seats out of a minivan and she would just plop down on the floor of the back seat of the car. She took up the whole back of the car. Just a fucking beached whale. And they both had like sleep apnea. So they're hooked up to the fucking, the masks when they sleep. Like it's just a miserable fucking life, all because you can't put down a fucking cheeseburger. And it just, you're gonna die at a very young age. She's like 35 or something. She's like, yeah, you might have like 5 years left at this weight. It costs the country a goddamn fortune. I mean, we might not have to make any of these Medicaid cuts if all these fat fucking tubs of shit can just lose some weight and get healthy. It's very doable. It's very, very, very doable, especially when you weigh that much to just drop I mean, you can drop 50 pounds like it's nothing. And yeah, you will plateau at a certain point, but like, just keep getting to a fucking routine. Like, you've gotten into a routine of double fisting cheeseburgers. You have to break that routine and get into a routine of like going swimming every day or something. It's not that hard.
Johnny, that's what I can do with my skid steer. I can haul fatties around in the bucket. Look, it's got air conditioning. It's got an enclosed cab with air conditioner in it. Hell yeah. I need this. The more I look at it, the more I need this.
Maybe half of this chick's ass would fit in that fucking thing. Oh God. I love fat shaming. But yeah, I mean, if you cared about these people, you would never let somebody you cared about get to that point. I mean, 600 pounds? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not like she could do anything. Like, she had to go, like, people had to go shopping for her. Of course, she kept getting like fucking, she'd go on like BBW sites to get fucking black dudes to come bang her out. It was like actually kind of fucking hilarious and disgusting. Oh yeah, I could stream from your skid steer. Anyway, that is absolutely disgusting. I don't know who that fat chick was with that enormous fupa, but oh God, disgusting. Everybody go to the gym. Everybody go to the fucking gym today. I'll be going in a couple hours. Yeah, I take a nap first. I'm kind of tired. Been up all day. What's do we want to do any of the communist guy?
He's boring. Let's see what happens with him. We're at an hour.
Yeah. Trying to think if I had anything else I really needed to get to today. I think that's pretty much it. Yep. Oh, you did send me a lot of stuff.
Ooh, look. I found another skid steer. This one has a radio.
Oh God, that's some serious hillbilly. Like, you have a place to put that too, or is it just sit in the yard?
Oh no, I can clear out space in the garage. Stephanie has got a bunch of shit in there that needs to be thrown out anyway, so I can drive the skid steer in there, scoop it all up with the bucket, and then dump it in the dumpster, and then I got room to park it. See, this is the way to go.
You plow snow with that in the winter?
Damn right. Drive that fucker to work. Just plow the whole way. I mean, they usually top out at like 15 miles an hour, so it's going to take a while, but it'll be worth it. Have a 5-hour drive to work. Totally worth it.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for this week, huh? Got
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
That's Friday, huh? That's a nice treat.
Little 3-day weekend.
Yeah, for those with the 9 to 5, you get a Friday off, or do they give you the following Monday off too? I always have or maybe we'd close early on the 3rd. Maybe that's what it was.
A lot of places, that's what a lot of places do, is close early on the 3rd.
Yeah.
I have to work till 6 a.m. on the morning of the 4th because the union are a bunch of morons and they fucked up their negotiations. So instead of holidays starting at midnight, the holiday starts. If your shift started during the day before the holiday starts, then your shift just runs through, and they don't get holiday pay for that 6 hours that we work from midnight to 6 a.m. So like used to, the company would shut the plant down at midnight instead of paying them the holiday pay or the double time and a half for the holiday pay to be there. But the union fucked up their negotiations and they don't get paid for all of that. That's just regular time for that 6 hours. So now I have to work the whole fucking night. Idiots. I'm not even union, and like I get fucked because the union is retarded.
Yeah, not a pro-union guy. Not a pro-union guy, but I work for myself now, so. Reminds me, I don't even know if the markets, what are they doing tomorrow? Oh, I'll look it up later. Yeah, I might be done for the week here. I might take the rest of the week off. Maybe I'll try to catch a little action tomorrow. Took an L today. Don't like ending the week on a loss. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the big beautiful bill. I know they're trying to pass it by the 4th, but my guess is they'll do it right before they break for the summer because they are lazy pussy politicians and they're going to want to go not work during the summer. And so they'll sign their life away to take the rest of the year off or whatever, the summer off. I mean, just like those goddamn teachers that claim it's all about the kids. All about the fucking kids. Yeah. So yeah, we'll monitor that big beautiful bill. But yeah, in all likelihood, it looks like it's going to pass. In all likelihood, it looks like that fucking communist is going to win New York. So that'll be fun. Be two fun things to monitor for the rest of the Trump presidency. And we'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to go back to our regular schedule next week. Is that right? Let me see. Hang on. Yeah. Actually, next week I'm traveling though, I think later. So maybe we'll do it Tuesday, Wednesday. No.
We might have to do one episode a week for a little while.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
July usually gets rough for us anyway, trying to do 2 a week. So
yeah, because I think I'm either flying out on the 10th, I think the 10th or the 11th for a little vacation, family vacation. I don't get back until the 22nd. I'll bring my stuff with me so we can do some episodes, but yeah, doing 2 a week on vacation probably not gonna happen. So yeah, maybe we might just be doing 1 a week for the month of July.
yeah, we'll talk about schedule because looking at the calendar, I just realized I've got a big slog in there where I'm very probably going to be out of town.
Okay. Well, all right. Sorry, everybody.
Hazardous summer.
Yeah, it'll be good to unplug from all this bullshit for a little bit, though. Enjoy yourself. Get some sunshine. Drive around your tractor or whatever you hillbillies do. Hopefully, I'll acquire a jet ski soon. I'll be driving that around. That's what I like to do. And we'll see. But yeah, it's probably going to be a lighter schedule for July. But maybe I'll try to do some more Substack stuff. I've been slacking on that. So it's opportunity for personal improvement, an OPI, month of July. So thank you all so very much for listening. Have a great holiday. Enjoy the weekend. Have a fucking, I'm so jealous I haven't had a 4th of July in so long, dude. Literally 5 years. Probably 5 or 6 years since I've done a 4th of July. And it is a holiday that I do enjoy, even though it's depressing to think that we're celebrating our independence, even though we're the subjects of the biggest, most powerful fucking government the world has ever seen. It was not what the founders intended. But I like the idea of the celebrating our independence. And love a good fucking barbecue. So grill something up for me. Throw a few back. And we will see you on probably Wednesday next week. And until then, you know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.